this video clip we learned how to remove pimples and cut marks from the face. So first I create a duplicate copy of this background layer. So first unlock by clicking on the lock icon, then right click and choose duplicate layer. You can also make a duplicate layer by pressing Ctrl J keyboard shortcut. I show you like this, and undo for go back, and then I choose spot healing brush tool. I right click on this tool and you can see other tool in this group. We can use all these tools to remove pimples from the face. I show you one by one. So first I start from the spot healing brush tool. I click on this tool, now activate, and you can see the icon of this tool look like a brush tool. You can increase or decrease the size of this tool by pressing square bracket. Open square bracket for decrease the size and close square bracket for increasing size. First I zoom little bit this image, so I press Alt and scroll wheel. You can see the scale value in this area. I zoom around 250 and decrease the brush size little bit because it's very big. Then click and hold and then drag to where skin is fair and then release your mouse. So texture pick from this area and place here. So this pimple gone. Same as I click and drag. Okay. So the use of this tool is very simple. Just click and drag. If skin tone is fair, you can use this tool to remove pimples in very fast way. Okay, so all the pimples are gone, and you can compare this by clicking on the I button before and after. Now I delete this copy layer and show you other tool, and this time I choose healing brush tool. Zoom little bit. When you click on the screen, so a error message will display here. So first you have to define source by pressing Alt key. I press Alt key and then define source, click and then paint. So texture pick from the plus icon area and paint on the pimple, and you can change the spot, target spot, by pressing Alt and drag. Otherwise, if the source is this and you paint in a dark area, so a patch will create it. Now I pick this area as a source by pressing Alt and click and then paint. So it's a second method of removing a spot. But sometimes these tools create a patch. If you zoom little bit, so you can see this tool create patch. So we have other tool to remove pimples with a better way. So first I have to revert this work. So I go to file menu and then click on the revert. So I go to step 1. Okay, and then create a duplicate copy again, and this time I choose patch tool. This tool is my favorite tool. I zoom little bit and then create a selection around the spot, then click and drag to similar screen tone area. Okay, if you create a selection like this, so tool will not work. Okay, so make sure selection is like this. So this tool work very fine. Same as I remove these spots, pimples. And you can also select more than one pimples at a time for saving your time. Okay, now I show you before and after. We also have another tool for this type of work, that is clone stamp tool, and this tool available here. So first I delete this and create a duplicate copy once again. Okay, then zoom little bit again, and this time I choose clone stamp tool. This tool works similar to spot healing brush tool. It's mean first you have to define a source by pressing alt key. So I press alt key and then click here. Source is locked now and you can paint as a brush, but opacity value is very low, so you can increase this value, or you can also use flow and then paint. So in this tool you can control opacity and flow value, so this type of patches will not create it. First I undo and then decrease this opacity value little bit, around 50%. Okay, then click here, then start painting. So by this method you can see patch is not created. If you see this image at 100% scale, so this type of patches will not show. I think these show. So you can use spot healing brush tool. Okay, and then okay, so you can also use clone stamp tool for removing this type of cut marks or pimples. First press alt key, then define source and then paint, and you can also control opacity value or flow value in this tool, but in healing brush tool this type of options is not available. So this tool has little bit different options. Control Z and reduce the brush size by pressing square bracket. Okay. Okay, so try to use all these tools for removing pimples and cut marks from the face.